Greetings to my fellow Safe Routes to School enthusiasts, the Safe Routes to School Advisory Committee. My name is Heidi Manlove, and I am one of the ODOT Safe Routes to School program managers, and my focus is on education programming. Taking a deeper dive into the education side of the ODOT Safe Routes to School program is one of the main topics that the Advisory Committee will be focused on this year in 2021. The goal of this video is to give you an overview of the education programming so that you will be able to offer some ideas and solutions to help make this program even better. For some of you, this may be a review, and for some of the newer committee members, this will be an introduction. My hope is that through this video, you will have a deeper understanding of the diverse work that the ODOT education programming is part of. This in turn will set us up for the rest of the year and give us a point to jump off from into the deeper dive of Safe Routes to School education grant funding. By the end of this year, you will be charged with a significant role in recommending funding priorities for the next round of education funding opportunities for local communities to apply for. Last year, as most of you know, the Advisory Committee focused on the work of my partner, Leanne Ferguson, who manages the ODOT Safe Routes to School construction projects. Together, we work with some great folks to make this program as holistic as possible by incorporating many shared components to our work, such as project management, collaborative stakeholder partnerships, program planning and development, as well as a shared focus on equitable programming and evaluation of our programming. To accomplish this collaborative goal effort, we share a contract with our technical assistance team to help us develop an internal strategy, work plans, and evaluation tools to help us analyze, track, and determine performance metrics to help us grow our program. You will learn more about this in the upcoming year. Our technical assistance team is made up of highly experienced active transportation professionals at Alta Planning and Design, Commute Options, the Street Trust, and Cogito. Our joint contract with this team started October of 2020. This was a big step for ODOT Safe Routes to School program. Since the growth of our program is dependent on partnering with external staff rather than adding internal ODOT staff, it was important for Leanne and I to share a contract with a group of people who were committed to helping us synthesize our work with the construction and education program as much as possible. Over this next year, we will be asking you, the Advisory Committee, to give us any insight that you have that will help us utilize the strengths of this technical assistance team, which will ultimately help us in meeting our goals. Before I show you all the cool products and services that the ODOT education programming provides for the state, I wanted to go back in time and review how Safe Routes to School programming got started in Oregon. In 2005, we received federal funding for the Safe Routes to School program for both the construction, otherwise known as infrastructure projects, and education, also known as non-infrastructure projects. The Transportation Safety Division at ODOT started funding the Safe Routes to School projects. While the construction projects became managed by other departments in ODOT, the non-infrastructure, or the safety education and encouragement activities, were funded through TSD. Although the federally funded dedicated program of Safe Routes to School ended in 2012, the movement has continued, and OTC and ODOT have continued to fund the education programming ever since. This has been continued to be funded with $500,000 per year until 2019, when it was doubled to $1 million a year with Federal Highway Transportation Alternative Funds. From 2006 through the most recent 3-year grant funding ending in 2023, the Transportation Safety Division has awarded approximately $7 million in over 100 local competitive grants. Also, from 2006 to 2021, TSDA has also invested $3.6 million in statewide resources and assistance with the use of Federal Highway and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration funds. So approximately 75% of my job is dedicated to Safe Routes to School education programming, while the other 25% is dedicated to the pedestrian and bicycle safety program for ODOT. A large part of my time is spent working on Safe Routes to School grant management. This is working with grantees of local grant projects, federal reporting, and grant project negotiations. Other work for this program involves developing statewide education resources, such as publications like How to Fit a Helmet Guide, activity books and education materials like Neighborhood Navigator's curriculum, which is brand new this year, and this can be shared with local school districts and parents and community members. These publications are printed and distributed to various education program activities. One of our most recent publication series is the Strider and Viv comic series. We have 2 volumes completed. I also work with our media contractor to develop statewide education media campaigns, like our newest campaign called Look Out for Kids. We also create public service announcements, or PSAs, that are streamed through television services like Hulu and other streaming services like YouTube. One of our most recent PSAs feature our comic book stars Strider and Viv. This PSA was fun to make and won 3 separate awards from film festivals this past year.
We've got an important job. Ready, Viv?
Let's roll.
Together, we're leading the charge to remind Oregonians to share the road. When you're crossing, make sure you're the star of the show. Stay visible. Look both ways for cars, wait at signals,
And keep your eyes up and ears open.
when you're driving, be in the habit of always checking for people on foot.
And on wheels.
Yeah, we're all in this together, so we have to look out for each other. Because hey, we're Oregonians, and we stand out.
We also create PSAs based on current cultural topics like adapting to COVID-19 changes in transportation and families walking and rolling together, such as this video.
We've gotten in the habit of doing a lot to keep our families safe and healthy. Now, here's one more way to do that. Getting outside to walk, bike, and roll together, while keeping physical distancing and safety in mind. And it's a good way to teach smart walking and riding habits, like crossing at corners, waiting for traffic, and steering clear of distractions, all while getting to know their way to school better. Respecting and looking out for each other. No matter how we roll, it's how Oregonians stand out.
Are ones that also help remind drivers when school is back in session and to watch out for kids. We also work with our technical assistance team to provide statewide encouragement programs, like our Walk and Roll to School Day in October, and our Walk and Roll Challenge Month in May. We also provide Train the Trainer programming and run a competitive call for school districts to apply for a bike fleet for a year. This is called the Jump Start. And we also encourage schools to join our recognition program, where they get banners and move up levels from bronze to platinum, and they can also qualify to get incentive prizes for students at their schools who walk or roll to school. The Safe Routes to School education program is growing due to the excitement of the new infrastructure funding and added funds to both of our programs. Given this, we have a potential to expand the programming in so many ways this year, and we will be asking you to offer your ideas and solutions to make ODOT Safe Routes to School program more equitable, innovative, and as expansive as possible. We are excited to dive into this endless possibility with you. We give big thanks from the ODOT staff and technical assistance team. Let's get ready to dive into the next round of ODOT Safe Routes to School education funding and beyond.